Strike one, caught you by surprise. Strike two, right before your eyes. Pitch three. Damn, I forgot the other part. This one's to the wall. Ain't no game like a game of hardball. Well, we're back, and we got on our baseball shit because hardball. And I know y'all remember that movie. Maisha never seen it, but I know that the people remember it, and it was so sad when Baby G died, and we were all very sad. But welcome back, friends. I'm your girl Sade, and my lovely co-host
Maisha.
and this is the How You Doing podcast. Welcome back for another episode. Before we get started, before we get started, I gotta give my girl an opportunity to redeem herself because 2 episodes ago we asked about a favorite movie.
What
And she
episode was that?
that episode was round of applause. If you haven't seen it, run that shit back. We asked about a favorite movie, and she picked Clueless, and I was clueless to the movie instead of the only right answer. So we're gonna give her another chance.
Okay, if you're new here, welcome. Come in. We're happy you're here. We're happy you found your way here. But as far as the how you doing, it's a double entendre.
Yeah,
Right? We want to know how you're doing, right?
absolutely.
Because we want to check in with one another and each other. But also how you doing is paying homage to when we were in college, when we were up late night studying, pussy popping on a handstand,
Yep,
and reciting lines from the Norbit.
correct.
So why the fuck
Would you say
didn't
Clueless?
I do that?
I don't know,
I'm
but
so disappointed.
but here's the
myself.
time.
But here we go.
Who I'm gonna be? Rasputin?
I'm definitely gonna be Rasputin.
Okay, go.
Little Miss Skinny bitch gonna be there.
Oh, you mean Miss Lingling?
Now you know damn well I ain't talking about Miss Ling Ling. I'm talking about Miss Think Think from that picnic.
Miss Lingling from the picnic. I don't remember her name. Oh wait, I think I remember her name. Was it foreign?
Hey bitch. The one and only Norbit.
The one insane. The best movie, and if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it because then you'll
My
see.
kids actually, I think when you had the sleepover, now they're like, "Can we watch Norbit?"
Yes,
Like,
because it's so good.
it's
And,
so
and they can
inappropriate, but they can't pick
they
up on all the inappropriate things, so we let
yeah,
them.
they still children.
It's funny.
Before we get into something else, how are you doing?
How am I doing? That's a good question.
That's right.
Damn.
That's right.
To be honest, I want to say I really don't know how I'm doing.
That's fair. You're in a
Yeah,
eh,
moi,
yeah, ma.
moi, anhedonia.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? Let me run that back a little bit. A few weeks ago, I met with a girlfriend who I no longer claimed a friend because we had, like I felt like she wasn't showing up for me. She wasn't reaching out. And I felt like, when it was time for me to get my shine, I didn't feel like it was reciprocated. She reached out to me. She said I was heavy on her mind. And I was sitting at work and I was like, okay, Maisha, are you going to be petty or are you going to actually have a conversation with her? So we put something on the books. So I showed up. I didn't know what to expect because I thought maybe she listened and heard the pot and was ready to whip my motherfucking ass. So I did not go prepared. Like she's such a girly girl. You know her. Like hair, makeup, dress, everything. And I was like, I usually like to mirror that energy when I go out with those type of people. But I was like, no, you gotta be prepared because you don't know what to expect. But we went, we had a good time, we were chatting, and maybe like an hour went by, and I was like, she not gonna bring it up. Maybe she don't know.
She don't.
So Maisha brought it up
I told you.
because I basically wanted to create a situation where as though if I said it, I want to tell you why I said it and give you an opportunity for a conversation. So we had a conversation. We're going to be a little bit more intentional now.
Love that.
Hopefully, we can keep moving forward. Do I think that our friendship will ever reach the level of capacity where, maximize where we were previously? I don't know.
Right.
But I'm open to just
It's worth the try. It's worth the try.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I feel like I've been on a lot of people's mind recently, and I'm like, I hope I'm good. I'm having my physical in December.
Oh Jesus, it's the drama.
But yeah, I'm happy she reached out. So our next link, I think we're gonna go and do Pilates together. She
I love
said
that.
she was interested in checking it out, and you know me, I'm
You're
like
Pilates girls.
I love it. I'm a Pilates girly.
I love
So
that.
yeah, that was good. But how you doing?
I'm good. I don't know what I think I'm just, I'm rolling preparing for, like I said last week, traveling, the holidays.
Yeah.
Our birthdays are coming up soon. Time is on
Sag
crack.
and Cap.
Time is on crack this year.
We're gonna do something special.
We are laying down my goals for the next year, trying to set myself up for the new year.
Hmm.
But I'm feeling good, chilling, you know. Glad to be home for a few weeks, but probably by the time this comes out, I'm sure I'll be somewhere else. But that is, that's the nature of the game. But before we get into the episode, Maisha has a very special announcement. She wants to give a shout out to someone special in her life who has been showing her the world and showing her what she's been missing. So
Chill on
take
me.
it away, friend.
I'm
Take it away.
blushing.
She's,
I
oh my
just
God.
don't
Oh my
even know
God. I'm
how
so
to do
excited.
this. I'm a little nervous. I didn't prepare
I'm
anything,
so excited.
but I just want to bring my friend out because, this is my special lady in my life. So, dear Rose,
Oh,
we have known each other for quite some time, for a few years actually, but I feel like recently we really connected. I think about you in the morning. I think about you in the evening. Most of the time, you actually put me to bed. So I just want to know, hit it,
if there's a question of my heart,
if you'll do me the honors
you
of making me the
got it.
luckiest
It
woman
don't
in the world
belong to
and continue
anyone
to
but
suckle and
you.
suck
If there's a question of my love,
and take me through there
you
on a day to
got
day
it.
basis.
You don't
And
wanna
if the answer is yes, you
worry,
don't
I
have to
got
answer today.
plans
But
for
I just want to say I'm very
you.
intentional about you and I don't play about you.
Baby, I've
And
been
I just wanna
making
I wanna lock
plans.
in. I wanna make this official. You don't have to let me know today, but
Oh,
please let's
baby,
let's try to lock it in.
I've been making plans for
And we want a
you.
sponsorship at this point.
We really do. Rose, because my mom says she's so sick of hearing Maisha talk about this rose.
Well,
I didn't bought so many people roses. At this point,
why
give us a
is she
call.
sick of it? Did you send
Give
her
it a
one?
call. She knows about it. She's very familiar with rose as well.
Oh
And
my God. I swear I did not expect
Mama
that.
Gail asked me to get her one,
Don't you
and
motherfucking
I'm
dare.
going to get her one. Last Christmas I told her
Don't
I would, and I didn't.
don't you
So
fucking
she's
dare.
next on my list.
Don't you fucking dare do it.
Everybody needs a little.
Ugh.
Well, in seriousness,
I can't take her
we have a
serious.
proposal today. It was just amazing.
Oh, on the vocals, you did pretty
I
good.
did good.
She didn't say yes though, so
Yeah. Well, maybe tomorrow when she hits there, y'all can say yes together.
oh
But we're not gonna moan because y'all said it, our porn was horrible, and I
that's what I
thought we
said.
did a good job. I thought we did vanilla.
Yeah.
What y'all wanted us to do?
Oh yeah.
They want us to do the nigga one. Bend that ass over. Hmm, hmm, hmm.
No,
We
I
we
think
kept
we're
it
done with.
cute.
I think first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. I don't watch porn.
I do, but I don't watch that kind.
I don't watch it. I'm
I
not getting anything out of it.
I watch lesbian porn. Like it.
Okay.
Like it.
Well,
I
that's
like.
because we're lesbians,
Yeah, I like a little
and I
scissor,
propose to you every chance I can
and
get,
I say no.
and you say no,
and I
and I say give a real one a chance.
and I say,
And if your boo, wait a second, and if he's listening to this, I told you I was coming.
oh, she did. Babe,
I
she
told
told you.
you
She said you wore the shirt,
with the eyes.
and she putting it out here for everybody. So I mean, if you're obsessed with me like you say you are, then
Yeah,
I think you gotta top that. Okay, all right.
yeah.
So in seriousness, let's get to the show,
Let's
cause all we do is bullshit around. But so our girl code today, we have 3, so we're gonna hit it, and we're not gonna waste any time.
Okay.
This is our first one.
Let's go.
Now, come on now. Now the internet don't
In true, in true Sade fashion.
I know I can't never get it together. Okay, I'm ready for real.
Okay,
The
let's go.
older that I get, the more I understand how important it is to have boundaries because people will play in your face until the day you die if you let them. And the worst part about it is that after you hit like that 25-year mark, you can't blame that shit on nobody but yourself. You have to take full accountability. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand when shit is my motherfucking fault. Like, you mean to tell me I have to take so much accountability to the point where I might have to dig deep into my childhood trauma and figure out what it is that my mom and dad did or said to me when I was younger that makes me allow people to treat me like shit and walk all over me in my adult life? Who the fuck has time for that?
Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has time for that. But I think she's absolutely right. Like, you have to take accountability because people only do what you allow. As simple as that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what can you do?
Okay. On to the
Um,
next one.
conversational boundaries. You know, it is not
You know,
me.
it trips me out when people say they never heard of conversational boundaries. Like, you need conversational boundaries. Let me help you understand this a little bit more. Sometimes we don't have the emotional or the mental capacity to hold conversations with people. Sometimes we don't have the capacity to absorb other people's emotional burdens. Sometimes we cannot do the emotional labor because we have life going on. We're stressed out. We already have our own personal burdens.
Right.
Or maybe we're just exhausted of listening to the same thing. So sometimes you have to set this boundary with yourself. When it comes to conversations, you got to be willing to communicate your comfort levels. If you know that you're not comfortable having a certain type of conversation or you're not comfortable hearing the same thing, don't have the conversation. It is absolutely okay for you to let a person know that certain topics of conversations make me uncomfortable. It's also absolutely okay to let people know that I need some space. The reason why sometimes we don't tell people is because our catastrophic thinking turns on and we assume the worst out of a situation. We assume that things are just going to go horrible. The worst and worst case possible scenario is going to happen. Sometimes you have to assume the best. And if the best doesn't play out, oh well.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
So I literally just had this conversation with my cousin when we were on our way to our adventure. And, you know, she was having a conversation with me about how she has one particular person who doesn't really have a good group where she can divulge a lot of information and, you know, her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up being that safe space for that person. So they're cool, you know, they're close. She loves her down. But when she calls, she just like,
She's
but one of the things I love, and they're younger, you know, is that the person will call and say, do you have the mental capacity? Do you have the capacity to hear what I'm about to say?
yes.
Sometimes my cousin says yes, and sometimes she says no.
That's a good person.
How that's a great person. But here's the thing I had a conversation with my cousin about. She said, so if she says no the next time, even if she still doesn't, she'll just hear because she
Feels
knows she
bad.
needs. And I'm like, no, if you still don't have the capacity, don't do what I do. Remember, I dumped that girl long ago because I just couldn't take it anymore. Right? And I just basically blocked her and I never spoke to her again. Don't do that. That's very immature. I grew up since then. But maybe just say, hey, let's find some ways to come up with strategies on how to get past this point and where you are. Because if you're calling me to dump and you're still doing the same thing after the same thing, then you're not looking for change. You're just looking for somebody to dump on, and then that's not okay.
Yeah.
So let's try to come up with some solutions. Let's be solution based, get with the program, and then we can move forward.
I agree.
But I think if you're just calling me to dump every other day, then at this point, you're playing with me and you're playing with yourself.
Yeah. And even sometimes if it's not just a dump, like she said, if you're just not in the space, whatever it is they're talking about, you have to be okay with being like it's not a good time. And I struggle with that too because I
Yeah.
feel like I want to be there for
You're getting
everyone,
better.
but then sometimes
You
I'm
getting
just like
better.
cuz I'm fed up.
You getting better, and I'm catching the fed up part.
Because you don't listen.
Well,
So
okay.
then,
Play the next one.
if you don't listen, whoop-de-doo, you got to get cussed out. Oh, what is this? What's this lady?
Ready to turn 35 instead of 55, here's what I'd go back and tell myself. First, stop rushing to arrive. You don't arrive, you evolve. Never make permanent decisions just to prove you're stable. The world does not reward quiet suffering, so don't do it. It's not necessary. You're going to outgrow people you once prayed to keep. That's not betrayal, that's becoming. Stop mistaking being busy with being important. Rest doesn't mean you're falling behind. It means you're finally learning balance.
Wow.
I tell her, stop trying to make average relationships feel special and quit explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Not everyone deserves access just because they were there in the beginning. Learn to enjoy your own company. The peace you feel alone will protect you later. And save money even when you don't have much. The discipline matters more than the dollar amount. Stop trying to fix people who show you they like to be broken.
Oh,
Take the picture, wear the outfit. Time moves fast, but confidence leaves a legacy. Protect your energy like it's currency because it is. And most of all, stop thinking you're running out of time. You're not late, you're learning. I would out of time. You're not late, you're learning.
damn.
Very good.
All of that.
Very good. Loved
She
it.
she summed it up great, and then she said it 55 to a 30-year-old person, and I think especially the rest one, of course, that resonated with me
Yeah.
because we know how I feel about rest. And
And then even to the point of, even though, you know, this person was with you back when and you feel like it's obligated, you don't owe anybody anything.
yes, that's hard.
That next chapter, everybody can't go.
And I
We
think
know
that's hard for, like she said, you don't owe them because they were there in the beginning, because you've evolved. Your story
And
changed.
some people stay.
Yeah.
And that's the
And
problem.
sometimes the big people in the beginning don't make it to the end, and that's a tough pill to swallow, but that is what it is.
And oftentimes when you're with somebody, if you're in a relationship, friendship, what have you, that's still stuck and you're advancing, guess what? It's easier to do crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
Pull you back down.
Yeah, because they don't want you to go up.
Yeah, but if I'm reaching back, hold on, Jack, and you gonna sink.
Yeah.
Because I'm you can't fit on this life raft.
Yeah.
Obviously, Rose let Jack fucking freeze to death.
She did.
She really did. I'm
That
trying
bitch.
to help you. I'll let you scoot up here, but one thing's for certain: we can't both be in that water.
Yeah. I agree.
So you have to let people go sometimes, and then I do think too that'll help other people advance.
Yeah.
You know, fight or flight.
Yeah, because then they'll realize, like, you're the one pulling people down, and then maybe they will have some self-reflection and accountability to why they keep losing people and how come when people separate from their life, they elevate, but you're in the same place.
And if you're the common denominator in any story, if it's always the person that's doing something to you, you're the common denominator. It's
Baby,
you.
it's you, baby. And that's a tough pill for people to swallow, but
Yes, because I had to start looking at myself with certain things. I'm like, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me with certain things, right? Like I do know I can fly off the handle and I overthink so I'm trying now to just like I said, not cut people off and just block them, but also have the conversation. Yes, because I'm so used to isolating and like I said, avoiding because I have that avoidant, detached personality style. I hate it, but I'm working on it. So instead of doing that, Maisha, you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results.
No, absolutely.
So sit down, have the hard conversations, and you'll see what happens.
I agree, and I think that's good. So today we are talking about boundaries, and how to enforce them, how we allow people to come into our life, and respecting boundaries of ourselves and others. So, for you, is it hard for you to enforce boundaries for yourself?
Yes.
If so, why?
Because I'm very tapped into my reward system in my brain. I like that dopamine rush. I like to get the things I want. I don't like telling myself no. So, in order to not tell myself no or to not go for things that I want, I would have to set a boundary.
Right.
And that's hard sometimes. So, I do have a hard time with setting hard boundary to myself because I like that dopamine rush.
I have a hard time too, because I think I struggle with, I don't know what it is, but I like to be needed, but then I get overwhelmed.
You don't, though.
I get overwhelmed with being needed. So I think, like, it's weird to explain. It's like a heroism. Like, I like being the person people call, but then I don't like it. So then it's hard to set those boundaries because it's kind of like, you know that you're overwhelmed, you know that you're on fumes, you know that you have nothing to give, but then in my brain it's like you like that feeling of being needed, but then when people need you, then you're upset because you're like, bitch, I have a million things going on, but it's like you like it. So then instead of saying, I've gotten better, but instead of sometimes saying, hey, it's not a good time, I'll still listen because I get that, you know, that pat on the back of, oh, you were there for me in a time of harden instead of just saying, hey, I know you're going through a hard time right now and I'm so sorry to hear that, but I just really don't have it in me. So that is something that I'm working on now and getting better at, but I think it's a conflict, and that's why it's hard to set those boundaries in particular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that about you. But I think you are getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, even over the weekend, like piling up more things, and I was really frustrated and I was complaining. And I was talking to my mom because we have those people we dump on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just kind of like not even needing her to say shit. Just listen. I'm frustrated because I'm doing this and I'm not getting enough sleep. And she's like, you signed up for all that.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, I'm not asking you to respond. She said, but I'm going to let you know you did that. So she kept reiterating. And I was like, damn, I get it. I did sign up for it. And she's like, so the next time you think about this moment, how you feel, and don't do it again.
Yeah.
Because you signed up to do all these extra things.
But then complain.
And now you're upset because you're exhausted and you feel like you need a break.
My mom says that to me all the time, and I'm like, I'm so tired, but she's like,
You
but
signed
yet
up for the shit.
you want to go out of town every week.
Right.
You can say no. You don't have to be at everything. You don't have to go to brunch every weekend. You can sit in your house, but you choose to go out. So then don't complain that you're tired.
Right.
I'm like, well, fuck. Yeah, I get it. But it's like, no, you don't
But you
get
don't
it.
want to hear that.
Yeah.
Like this morning, I'm talking to my mom and she's saying all this, and I'm just like, just listen.
And she's like, no.
And she's like, no, you need to hear this.
Yeah.
Like, nobody told you to do all this
Right.
stuff.
So now that, like she said, when you
Yeah.
try to max your calendar out, then you're going to be like, oh, I remember that weekend where I felt like I was floating on fumes. Maybe I won't do that again.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't want to hear that, but that's the reality of
For
it.
sure.
And that's her holding you accountable.
Yeah.
How do you solidify your boundaries with others, like friendships, family, romantic partners, even at work? Like, how do you?
I think the only way you can do that is to be vocal about what you don't want and stand on it. Stand on business. Like, hey, if you did this to me, for instance, with this friend, at the end of that conversation is like reciprocity. If I show up for you and you don't show up for me the next time,
That's it.
I can't promise that we're going to sit down again.
Right.
I know you're going through a lot. Life is life and for all of us. But that lack of reciprocity had me questioning a lot of shit for me because that's one of my longest friendships.
Right.
That didn't feel good.
Right. It was hurtful.
It was hurtful, right. So I think even having the conversations and then also just waiting for them to correct the action.
Right.
I don't think you should throw up a boundary and say that's the end all be all and then that's it.
No.
No. Wait for the corrective action. But then if the person continues to disrespect your boundary, then at that point it's like, okay, them or me.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, you have to solidify it, like you said. You have to, I guess I would say you have to put yourself first.
Right.
Because when you're setting a boundary, the boundary is for the betterment of you. So I think I have to think about that. Like, how do you feel in this moment? Because that helps me to enforce the boundary. Because it's like, of course, if they are friends, you love your friends. If it's your family, you love your family. If it's your romantic partner, you love your romantic partner, like them. If it's work, you want to show up as the best version of yourself. But it's like, what does that do for you? So I think those are the times that I have to question. Like, that's the question I ask for myself. And that's why it's been a little easier to set boundaries. Because I'm like, if I do all these things and I feel like shit, or I'm showing up when I feel like shit, then it's kind of like, what does that do for me? It does nothing for me. So then knowing that, even though it may not be nice to the people that I'm setting those boundaries for, then that makes me want to set them. And then, like you said, give people the opportunity to correct it. Like, hey, when you did this, or I want to do this, give them the time to show you. If it's in a relationship that's important to you, nothing should be a hard stop, because even when people put boundaries on you, you might not get it the first time because clearly you're a creature of habit. But it's like being intangible about, like, hey, I care about this person and I don't want them to feel that way. Like you said, hey, I care about this friendship and it's a friendship I want to foster. I want to be able to reciprocate how that looks, but also communicating that with your friend. Hey, I have X, Y, and Z going on. I have a lot on my plate, but I do value you and I don't want us to get this far in a space again. So this is what we can do to show up. How can I show up for you? And creating that space.
All right, so let's talk about us.
Right.
Recently we had a little situation. We don't fight a lot, but we had a big
No,
girl discussion.
we didn't have a fight.
We
had a disagreement. I cussed you out. very.
No, but it wasn't
Little.
like when you say you cuss me
But
out, it's usually like playful.
no,
Right?
it was serious.
It was serious.
Right.
Like it was like,
No.
hey, Maisha, this is like inbred me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I feel like I'm in a principal's office because first of all, I value our friendship so much and I love you. You know that.
Right.
Like, I'll do anything for you. And I feel like when you were correcting me, I knew that I had fucked up in real time.
Yeah.
And I knew that I made you feel like you weren't valued, your time wasn't respected, and something that you blatantly said Maisha no to, I still pushed the boundary, the envelope for my dopamine, for my reward system that I wanted. And I felt like I disrespected you.
I don't.
And
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, and I feel like you enforced that respect because that's one of the questions you had by once we got all through the smoke, you said, Maisha, I heard you. These are the things that you want to do. But listen to me clearly. This is why I cannot do that. This is why you should not do that.
Right.
And I love you, and this is the problem.
Right.
And I was able to accept that, and I was able to correct the behavior.
Yeah.
Because even after that situation, you hit me a few nights after that. It was like, hey, do you still want me to do this thing? Because you show up that
Right.
way. And I said, absolutely not.
No.
I want you to not do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to respect your boundaries with me. I love you. And you're right. You're absolutely right. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I think that's a question I had. Like, do I believe when I try to enforce boundaries, they're respected? So I think in our situation, and not just with you, I think with me, period. A lot of times when I enforce boundaries, I don't feel like they're respected, and it's no shade to you or anyone else in my life, but I think at a detriment because I'm a person that shows up so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think even in our situation, you knew how I felt about the situation.
Right.
And even though you knew I would be upset, in the back of your mind, you're like, I know she will still show up.
For sure.
So it's okay to push that boundary because I know that she's still going to show up. And I did. And when I read you and told you how I felt and that my boundaries were disrespected, I still said, I will show up.
For sure.
But I want you to know that you disrespected my boundaries and that doesn't feel nice. And that's why I'm speaking to you in this way. So I feel like for me, in regards to that, sometimes it's hard to have my boundaries respected because even though, I cuss people out, like you said, I play and I'm mean per se. People say I'm mean per se.
I felt like my mama.
Like,
I felt like my great grandmama came back from the dead and cussed my ass.
Because I feel like, I think at that point it was like, fuck. I think it was just a frustration.
Like Maisha,
because, like I said, I think you expected, like, hey, I know she's going to get mad, but I know she's going to show up, so let me push the envelope. And it's not just you. People do that all the time. Like, if I can write really well, like my sister, we just had a conversation. She doesn't do it anymore, but I can write really well, and I can do things quickly. Same way sometimes you'll be like, Frank, can you do this real quick? Because I know it might take me 3 hours.
Yeah.
But even though I know you're at work and you have shit going on, I know it's going to take you 3 minutes.
Right.
So it's like, should I really be asking you this in this moment?
And I give you credit because a lot of the behind the scenes things for the pod is all you.
Right.
Like you carry a lot of the behind the scenes for the podcast. And I do know sometimes you don't have the capacity to do it. And that's why I'm like, if I can
learn. Right. No, you ask.
I'll learn. And then also too, I'll do more of the other things that you might not be able to get to.
Right.
Because it's a partnership.
Right. No, exactly. So I think sometimes it's hard in my thing, I think for my boundaries to be respected just because of the type of person I am. Because I think when people know you're going to show up, like I said, if my sister's like, oh, you write really well.
Yeah.
I can write something in 5 minutes and read someone fulfilled. It might take her ChatGPT and everything else. So she's going to be like, I know it's only going to take you 3 minutes, but it's like, who cares?
Right.
I don't have the capacity, but yet she's going to keep asking me and asking me and asking me. And then eventually, because if you know me, anyone who knows me, I'm going to say, fuck it. I know it's only going to take me 3 minutes. I could do it. But it's like, you didn't respect my no the first time. And I feel like it's hard for people to respect the no the first time because they're like, it may be so simple for you. And it might. And
let's just not even make it so complicated, Sade. People want what they want.
They do. It's selfish.
I don't think people are so complex. People want the things that they want.
They do. And they don't
want to hear no.
They don't.
It's like a child. Like my kids, they'll have a fit that's why that behavior early on, you have to nip in the bud. And I feel like maybe I missed that class. I still, at this big age, want what I want.
You
I
do.
don't like
You
hearing
do.
no.
You don't. You don't.
I hate it. But I also know, Maisha, you're a big girl.
No.
You can't do that.
No.
So telling myself, like, you
But you
have
were
to be
very in our conflict. You were very receptive.
oh,
Like
100%.
you
I
don't
was like,
like hearing no, and I know you're an overthinker. So you knew you upset me, and I don't think you ever really
I
upset me.
showed up the way that I knew how.
So you were just like, "Hey, honey," like you. I think you were overthinking because you're like, "Fuck, I know I fucked up."
I fucked up.
But you and in your mind, you're like, "Look, I just want to know that we're good." So you kept bothering me.
And when you didn't respond to the group, I said, "Oh,
oh yeah,
fuck.
yeah." Then you're like, "How are we talking?" And I like I told you, I'm like,
Not right now."
that's not gonna be an end all to our friendship. We're gonna have conflict. We're different people. We move different. But that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
let me compose myself first because I also know me, and I was talking to my therapist about it. Like I know me. When I
made it to the therapy session.
when I get mad, I'm gonna say shit I don't mean.
I made it to the therapy session, guys.
and I don't want to do that anymore. So that's why I was like, I'm not gonna respond to you right now when you need to hear. Oh, it's fine. I don't really give a fuck if you need to hear. It's fine. I'm mad, so I'm gonna take my time. So then the next day I wrote you, and I was able to communicate in an effective way on the voice note, like, hey, this is what you did. This is why I was upset. This is how I felt my boundaries were crossed. I still love you. I'm still going to ride for you. If you need me to be there, I'm going to be there.
Sure.
However, in the future, please respect my boundaries.
Sure.
And I think that you were able to resonate with that well, because it wasn't like, bitch, you got me fucked up. It was just like, hey,
Why
friend.
would I?
Hey, friend, I value you. You hurt my feelings when you didn't respect my boundaries, and we can move forward from that. It wasn't like how we talked about on, I think, 2 episodes ago. Like, it wasn't talking out of feeling. Me taking that time allowed me to talk to you out of emotion. Hey, when you did that, it hurt me because you disrespected my boundaries. I know that you are not a person who disrespects me. I know you value me. I know you love me as your friend. And I know in a moment you have a lot going on and you were being selfish. Yes. But I'm going to tell you how that selfishness affected me.
Myself.
and you, it had me fucked up. But I think like that strengthened our relationship because I was able to communicate it to you. I took my time, communicated to you, and you were receptive of it, and you did it. Like, hey, even I was still trying to be me. Hey, I could still show up, and you're like, no, bitch, I told you, I don't want you to run thin. Have a seat. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Like, I'm a big girl.
Right.
I got this.
No, and I appreciated
that.
And
it all worked out, but I mean, I think it was the audacity. After you fucking told me clear as day, and it's a hell no for me. And you're out of town trying to enjoy your trip, and I'm like, hey, I need you to do me this solid. And you're like, Maisha, are you fucking kidding? Yeah. I think it was just what led up to it. Like, you're not listening.
Exactly. It's like the selfishness hit the peak.
Oh, I was selfish.
Because it was, and then I think it was the lack of accountability. When I'm like, just keep it a buck, and you're like, no, it's not. It's gonna be X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, no. Like if I'm gonna show up to some shit I don't want to show up for, I need it all on the table.
For sure.
This is what I want. This is what I need, and I can be like, I don't agree, but hey, I respect that because we're being honest. I think now like there's a big push on mental health, and everyone's like, oh, I'm respecting my boundaries and enforcing it. Do you think that that's necessary in order to like have a healthy life? Like, do you think like
it depends on what your boundary is too?
Right.
The reciprocity. Also, another boundary for me is respect my space.
Yes.
If I say, please don't do this thing, don't come into my space, don't touch me in a certain way, and you still.
That's disgusting.
You can do that. No.
Don't try to convince me.
Don't do that because that's not going to make me jump into your arms.
Yeah. And I think even if like what you're saying but not saying, but like I think especially even if we're talking about like romantic partners or something, like if you're like, hey, respect my space, or if it's sexual, like, no, I'm not in the mood, I don't want to do that. That's a firm boundary.
Sure.
You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, that's
like, and our bodies are bodies, so it's not like you can't try to touch me a certain way and I'm be like, ooh, no, bitch. No means no. So at some point, and then I get frustrated, or like you said,
French. But it's not. Let's be clear. It's not like
rape. No
means no. Usually,
people, but
it's
like
not that. But yeah, even still, like
respect me.
Let's say, okay, you're in a relationship. If your boyfriend, hey, tonight's, and
I'm like, no,
I'm fucking exhausted.
That has to be it.
I don't give. That's it. Don't in the morning. I might wake you up. doing some acrobats. Who knows, right? You might be excited this month.
But don't try to convince me
But
otherwise.
don't convince me because I
Respect my boundaries. I think boundaries are important, like you said. But some people you can't have no grocery list. Like you can't do this. But
see when people do that though, the list, which is trending like on social media, like you were saying, I feel like those people are not showing up that way for themselves.
No.
So how dare you?
Right. You don't have healthy boundaries, but you want other people to respect your boundaries.
It's like, fuck out of here. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a list of things that you want, but some things are unrealistic expectations and you're not showing up.
Right.
Sarah said that on her podcast.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it right now. I can't
This
think
time what it is or something.
Yeah. But she was talking about that. She was like, you want a man to be 6'2" and have, 6 figures and do these things. But baby girl, when was the last time you've been to the gym? When was the last time you looked?
Yeah, they don't want to hear that.
And it's true. But Sarah was absolutely correct.
No,
because you have this long list and you don't even drink a bottle of water.
That's one thing we do agree on, because we are girls, but we also are girl, be accountable. You can't be like, I want you to trick on me. I want to fly somewhere. Bitch, where have you ever went without a nigga?
Do you have a passport?
Like, no one has to fund your lifestyle. You need to.
And it's delusional.
Yeah, asking for a partner is one thing.
Correct.
But trying to make everything transactional and asking for something that you don't even have. I want him to be able to walk in a room and mingle. You can't. You're a wallflower and you're in the corner. So, but yeah, you can cower over. He can't take you in the room.
And let me ask you a question. Why? Because he's getting some pussy. You getting dick. It's an even exchange.
Hello? Because anything I ask for, I do for myself.
That's an even exchange.
Exactly.
Though. So why did I miss that class?
We both did, because the girlies are crazy.
And like
I don't want to pay
you can
nothing.
Sit in the bath and get a wet ass. So I just don't understand. Shit, my girl, Rosie Posey, like Summer said.
You don't need no other body.
Summer said the coochie is fresh. I'm not dealing with nobody's son. The rose is taking me through. You can do that, but if you want to have sex with men and say, "Oh, you got to do this. You got to pay my bill," fuck you.
Hello.
You should do these things. It's unattractive for a woman not to boss up and do what she need to do. Now,
I agree.
A partnership is different.
Yes.
Court me, make me feel special.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do anything.
No.
Because then you're going to be alone.
No, exactly. It's a partnership, but people don't want that. They want to lay back and you have a house with an air mattress and want a nigga to have 2 properties, fly you to Turks, go to the Maldives, and take you to Maestro's and order you a tomahawk.
It's just
because you're a cute girl with a wet coochie.
It's not realistic.
It's crazy work. But since we're talking about baseball and HardBall, how are you playing HardBall in this inning of your life?
Oh, I'm enforcing some strong boundaries, and I think I feel in real time that certain things are being pushed,
right,
and trying to convince me otherwise.
But you're sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it.
And I love that.
First of all, I need my trip. And I'm sticking to it because I owe it to myself.
Absolutely.
And I've already been in this movie for so long to know it's not going to change.
Yeah. And you know how it's going to end.
I know how it's going to end.
You don't need to keep taking detours to get to that.
But why would I?
No. And I'm proud of you, because you have definitely been enforcing your boundaries in all aspects of your life and not changing how you feel. Like you're not letting small things be like, oh, maybe. You're like, no, I know what's best for me, and I'm going to stick with that.
But with that too, I need to also accept accountability and say, Maisha, if you are showing up sweet or loving, how that can fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Maybe don't be so sweet.
Yeah. Maybe you have to be.
Give them hell.
Not even do that, but be matter of fact.
Yeah, be like, we're going to set these boundaries and we're not going to go past that.
Yeah.
Because when I am showing up and it's easy for you to say, oh.
There's hope.
There's not hope. At this point.
Yeah.
And respectfully, right?
Yeah.
I think it's for the betterment of everybody.
I think so too. I think I'm paying hardball in my life again, like how we said, even, like just enforcing those boundaries and being more intentional about what makes me happy, who makes me happy, and being around those type of people, whether it's friendships, whether it's family, whether it's welcoming new love or new relationships. It's like being around people that truly make me happy. I feel like a lot of the times in my life, like I allow people to be around, just like we said, because they were at the beginning of my story, and I felt like they were owed the time and the space to be there to the end, and that's not the case. And I think this time in my life playing hardball, it's like, hey, hanging out with you just really does nothing for me. I'm not going to keep going to these brunches or lunches with people that I don't leave feeling sustained with or happy with. I'm not going.
Or when you leave, you feel like,
what was that?
That was a little draining.
Right, I could have stayed at home.
Yeah, I never had that interaction with you. I don't think ever.
No, because we always have a good time. Yeah. Like, we just feed off of each other. We laugh, we cut up, and then we leave and be like, damn, that was a good time.
But I have some suckers.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I'm be like, I could have stayed at home. Like, they're so draining. They don't even barely ask you how you doing. They just plop down. Girl, no.
Yeah.
Why don't we hang out anymore? That's why. Because I want to hang out with people that lift me up. So I think hardball is like, you ain't meant to be in this inning. Yeah. Strike out. See ya.
Okay. Reinforcing that.
Yeah.
Love it.
What's one boundary that you've learned at this point in your life that is a non-negotiable?
Time. Boom. And that's in every capacity. Because even like my daughter had this one stylist, loved her, great work, phenomenal, but she would not respect my time. I had to always change things around. I'm like, you know what? Time is the thing where if you talk to people and they are on that deathbed that they wish they could have more of,
they don't get it back.
We don't get it back. Every day we're ticking away. So I think if somebody is wasting my time, that's a boundary that I can't fold on.
I love that.
If they don't respect like appointments, if they don't respect my schedule, if they show up late, I'm getting better with that. Right?
Yeah, you are.
I'm getting much better with that.
You are.
Or if we put something on the calendar and you're like, oh, I can't show up, then to me that shows that we had this thing and you still couldn't commit to that.
So I'm good.
You didn't even respect to shoot a text. Like, that's simple. So I think without that time, that boundary is like, that's
I agree. I think same with mine. Like, respect and time.
It comes
because
down to it.
I think they go hand in hand. If you don't respect my time, then you don't respect me. And time is of the essence, and time is not promised. So you want to spend the time with people who respect you and respect your time.
Yeah.
I don't want to take too much time. We'll pick a few of these.
Yeah.
What's a hard reality you had to face this year?
This next chapter, everybody can't go.
Oh.
And I think for me, I let go of what the idea and the image was.
Yes.
And I realized when you're performing for these people, who are they?
Nobody.
Who are they? And if they're judging me so harshly, then come and sit down, have a conversation with me and show me how it's done.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I had to show up for myself and say, no, Maisha, you're not accepting that anymore. It's time for you to rewrite your own story.
I love that. And I know it has been a hard reality that you're facing this year.
Quarter 4 is nothing how I expected in quarter 1. And that's sad, but
it looks good on you. I will say, I know it's hard. It's very challenging. You're stepping into, a journey that many don't even see, but I see on the back end. But I do see that a large amount of weight is being lifted, and you're just more open, and you're more vulnerable than you've ever been, and you're at peace. And
I don't even prepare for the podcast anymore. Because I feel like even that is peaceful.
You're not trying to be in control. You're allowing things to be what they're gonna be, and I think that looks good on
Ashwagandha.
That is good. What was I gonna say? I don't know. A hard reality I had to face this year is a few things. Everyone can't go.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you show up, everyone's not gonna show up for you.
For sure.
And peace is something that you can't buy. And those are things that I really feel like, because I feel like I said, I overly show up for so many people. Mm-hmm. And especially in this season, I'm seeing that people only show up when it's convenient for them. And
what they can get out of
and you can't expect everyone to be a you for you. Like, they will suck you dry. And then it's like when you need small things or even support, even like we talk about on here, even a repost, that's free. Even a click, that's free. But then
a share.
Right.
Even if you don't have the money right now to buy the merch, that's fine.
Right.
Like, we're not crazy.
Right.
Just share the shit.
But
Put it on your story. Drop the link. A
let
shameless
it to
plug.
let it to people who know. And it's like, and then like you said, you show up, and there's a lot of people I show up with on a daily, and they do not show up.
Yep.
And it's like, I'm not upset about it.
You just know how to
I
handle
thank God for revealing that to me, so then I know how to proceed with you further. And I thank God for delivering a piece of like, everyone can't go with you, Sharda. You can't worry about what people are not going to be you, and that's okay. And like you said, everyone can't go into the next season with you because everyone doesn't want to see you elevate.
Can I say something too, Sade? Like, even with this, I feel like this year, we've been doing this podcast now for a year.
Yes,
Congratulations. Big on
congratulations.
that. But even with us doing this for a year now, I'm starting to see a little bit more traction, a little bit more like traffic to the page. You know, even putting up the homecoming episode, the amount of people that looked like within 2 days, we were like, we don't usually see numbers like
Yeah.
that. Not that it's astronomical, right, compared to other things,
No,
but I'm like,
it's
this
big
is
for
big
us.
for us. When I come across people in a salon and I haven't seen these people in years, like, I love your podcast. Like, what? You don't have to fucking
Yeah.
blow smoke up my ass. They mean it.
Right.
They can quote something we said on the pod.
Yeah. And it's great because it's people we don't expect. And then it's the people we do expect that are crickets, but that's okay.
Right. Because it's going to resonate with the right people.
Exactly. And and that's the people we want to listen. We don't want you to listen like, oh, this is my friend, let me listen. We want somebody like people
Oh,
who
I don't listen to podcasts,
right.
but you can share it.
Right. We want people to be like, wow. Like when
You
my
need a
mom just
sweatshirt.
wrote us
Oh,
and
that
said
was.
it really
Oh,
resonated with her.
the
And
fact that your mom sent that message to me
yeah.
too got me all emotional.
Yeah, she said, and she sees our growth, and that's the kind of support we need. Like, I remember when y'all were just so nervous, and now y'all get up there and it's fun and it's interactive, and you're really saying things that resonate with people, and that's the people we want to listen.
We don't do it for clicks. I think that's the difference.
No, we do it
All
because
the bullshit we come
this
up
is
with,
like therapy and fun for us.
this is what we do.
Like, we come up here because we're really being vulnerable, and it's really healed us within, because I would never, if anyone knows me, I like being the person behind the scenes. That's why I cuss you out about TikTok and the content. I like to be the person, like, if you know me, you know me. But it's like, here I can't control that.
Right.
But then it's like when people on TikTok or people we don't know are like, wow, that really resonated. I'm like,
Yeah.
God really made us do that, because it was not something that I would ever want to do, because I don't want to be for the attention. But it's like, if I can say something to someone when they're like, yeah, I feel that. I'm not alone. I feel that. Then it means like, we're doing the Lord's work. And
Now, we do joke a lot, though. We say, you know, we're delusional. Delulu get you through. Delulu is the salulu, my little slogan. But do you think it's truly a way to cope with the realities?
I think it's both. Yes, I think
Yes.
you have to be like the video you
You
send me with
have to
Coco.
be
I think delusion allows us to keep going, because even with this, we're like, yeah, when we're on the shows and when we get our sponsors and we're traveling and we're doing shows, and then we get there, it's gonna be like, cool. That's how we got where we are. Like when we're little, we spoke this shit. Hey, I always want to do anesthesia. How I know? Like,
But why do we have to feel like we get to a certain age and lose our childlike
no.
curiosity and our
And our
passion?
grandiose gestures, that's what keeps you going.
Yes.
Hey, when I always said I want to go all these places in the world. Now I can say, oh, I've went there.
Yes.
When I said that, it was a little delulu, because like, bitch, what money, what passport, what nothing. Then it's like, now people can say, oh, have you? I know you've been there. I'm like, actually, I have, and it's been great. It's like, I think sometimes people are delusional to a point at a detriment, but I feel like when you use their delusions and the grandiose mind, it's motivation, because you believe that.
Can I say something? I think it's a hard difference there. If you're delusional with no action, you're just fucking delusional.
Hello.
Agree. If you're delusional with an action and a plan, is helping you get through. Because if I wake up every day like, I really want to do this, I really have this in my heart,
and you're working it,
and I'm working toward it,
you're gonna get it.
100% is going to happen. But you have to believe it. You have to wake up and just, put in the work. But you have to do the work. I mean, it's no cutting corners on the work.
I agree.
So let's do a few of the game.
Yeah, let's do a game. So we're gonna do, since we're doing baseball, we're gonna do strike versus safe. So we're gonna give a few scenarios, and we're gonna say, is it safe or is it strike your ass out of here? Letting insecurities and fear keep you from your full potential.
I would say strike.
Me too. Yeah, because
there's no place for that.
No, it's not. That's not
because
safe.
It's going to hinder you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and no safe. Just okay. I'm staying in the safe lane.
No.
Twiddling my.
Get your ass out of there.
Yeah, you gonna keep doing the same thing. This is probably so unsafe.
Yeah.
And here we are proposing a rose on the feet.
Nah, Rose, she deserve all her things.
Ooh.
Baby, because can't nobody get that leg to
Baby, baby.
0.5 of a second. You know what? Next time, I'm going to time it. I swear I can't even get
I
to
was about
20
to say, no,
seconds.
we can't.
Not
We
here.
can't do it on
Not
here
here. No.
unless we.
But I
plan
mean
on
that.
publishing
No.
the
Not
porn
at, no. At
and
home, but
and
I
let
think,
Chris and let
not
Chris
Ducky.
distribute it. That's so
Oh,
funny.
good. A man who talks you through it.
100%.
Safe.
God, Mark safe. Please talk me
What you
through
want
it.
him to say?
I just want him to tell me. I don't know.
Be
I
a
just
good
want him
girl.
to just be
That's
right
my good
there.
girl. You
See,
got this. Ooh. Let
you
me.
want him to say you're a good girl.
I don't know what I want him to say.
You
I want to
can't
say, give that shit to daddy. That's my girl.
Ooh.
You got this. You doing a
Yes.
good job.
Yes.
Huh?
All right.
Sleep.
Look at me taking notes. So what you want me to say?
Look at her. She gonna be rubbing my booty after this. I'm about, that's a good girl. And I'm gonna bust her in the head. Friends who show up for you.
Oh, 100%
Safe.
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 People who are takers but never give. Strike.
Strike one. No, that's 3 strikes. You out.
50-50 relationships. Going 50-50 in a relationship.
I'm okay with it. I think the girls are be getting mad and everyone's like, it couldn't be me, it couldn't be me, and
It's just you.
and we say that, and I'm like, I don't think any relationship is always 100 to nothing. I
Right.
mean, like, I'm not saying 50-50 even just financially. Like, sometimes you're not gonna have the capacity. There these gender roles. You sometimes the man gonna cook. Sometimes you're gonna do things. I just
Yeah, but
don't.
if I come home and it's 7:30 and I don't smell nothing and my kids ready for me to eat, are they ready for
No,
me to
that's
cook?
not a partner.
Oh, I instantly got an
Yeah,
attitude.
that's not a partner. A partner wants.
Alexa, play Janae. I'm ready to cook and I'm ready to. Then now I'm checked out.
Yeah,
So if you can start building those things and
yeah,
helping with that,
yeah,
it
and it helps. Like I said, my mom worked a lot. My dad cooked.
my
It
dad, yeah, my dad is a
your
cook.
your dad cooks too.
He
You know,
still
like it's. I feel like people think 50-50 because y'all let Instagram sell y'all a dream, and half these women are over there going to work and packing lunches and doing the things for their man, and their man is doing the same for them because a relationship is about partnership. And I'm not saying like I think everything people's like 50-50. I'm not paying no bills. It's like, do y'all see this economy? Do y'all see this rent? Like
shit. We need the relationship.
I want to go 50-50. Some of my rent's damn near $3,500 as a single person for an apartment.
Bring your side girl. Bring your boy.
Bring
bring everybody.
let's all board up in
Let's
this
all just
motherfucker.
kinda
Like
live
let's
together.
10 10 and 10. Like
Yeah,
come
let's
on.
all add
I
to the
think
pot.
I think it's safe for me. Saying no when you don't have the capacity to show up.
Yeah,
I think that's safe.
yeah.
I think you have to put yourself first, Lucius. You got to put yourself first.
Ass play.
Um
Don't play with my ass.
a little thumb's okay.
No, fuck no.
No.
Don't play with my ass.
A little thumb is nice.
The reason I
They
don't
can't
want
lick it or put a thumb.
Okay, lick it. That's fine, but don't. Other than that, don't play with my ass.
Why?
And here's the deal.
Please.
You know I have really bad digestive issues. Don't play
Not
with
chick
my
on the shit on them.
Don't play with my
Not
ass.
Cole Brown.
Don't
Okay,
put
don't
my
play
finger
with her
on it.
ass.
Don't put
You're
my
right.
finger in it. Leave it alone. Cause you won't be marked safe.
Women chasing men.
Oh. I don't know. I've been a chaser.
I ain't no chaser.
I've been a chaser.
I ain't
But
chasing shit.
I don't want to say chase. I have been an initiator.
Okay. I like that. I just
think
can't
you
do
should,
it.
I think you should let. Otherwise, how do you know?
I ain't gonna know. I'm the little bitch they talking about, the bitch you keep walking by blinking hoping you see something. But I think it's okay. I think it's you should go after what you want.
Motherfucker, Lance is the only word I'm gonna say. Get off these people.
What's
Get
your
off these
flavor?
people's platform.
Get
off
I'm
these
chasing
people's
him
platform.
like this.
Yes.
Bounce it, pick it, bounce it. No, he can get it. Sorry, Lance. I know you're a married man, but baby,
Yeah.
I'm chasing
So
you.
you would let Lance know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
so
him
if
know.
it's
All
something-
right.
So I want the ladies to know if it's something that you really, really want, let them know. Sometimes they might not know, and if they find out and then they're like, "Nah, I'm good,"
Then
But
that's the
if
L
they-
you take.
you won't know until
All
you
right.
shoot your shot.
Um,
So, you ready to get to the health tip?
Yes.
Because we're gonna get kicked out
I
after
know.
that last stunt you was on. So For today's health tip, guys, I would like you all to, for the health tip, I want you to be cognizant and aware of your surroundings. It
Okay.
is important to do that. There was a situation before where we went to a concert. It was late night. We decided to stay in downtown Baltimore. We come up with our bags. The hotel, you had to use your key.
Oh, you talking about that, man?
Yeah, you had to use your key to get up and down on the elevator. It was a guy standing in the lobby, a white guy with a hat on. It didn't look too suspicious. We didn't think shit of it. We were probably intoxicated. And he ended up following us on the elevator. We used our key. He never did. He never hit a floor, got off on the same floor, and he was on our heels. When I tell you, when we got into that hotel room, I swear to God, I pretty much got on my knees. I was terrified. Jazz was scared too. Sade was the only nut that was like, I was busting beside his head. Motherfucker, how? How? And I mean, see, we were marked safe in that situation because we say marked safe versus a strike. Thank God we were marked safe, but it could have been a bad situation. You know, trafficking is a thing. People are just out here robbing, stealing.
That's true.
Because now too, you know, people are falling on harder economic times.
Yes.
So for my
It's about to get bad.
yes, it's about to get really bad. So, for my health tip, guys, it really is to be aware of your surroundings. Don't always be locked up on your phone. You know, have a buddy system if you can. I know I like to go places alone, but even with that, I'm trying to find people when I go out and meet with them and just, you know, have my little tribe.
Hmm. I have your
Just,
location. I can come save you.
and you should, and I, yeah, she checks my location. I don't.
I gotta make sure she's safe.
Yeah.
If I gotta.
Because God forbid somebody curry. I'm like, they're gonna bring me back.
Yeah, they're gonna bring you back
They're
in
gonna bring
3
me right
minutes
back.
because you're like, I find it interesting how you just fun. They go like, turn this bitch around now. But I agree. You're right.
But yes, that's it for my health tip, guys. Be safe out there.
So for the devotion today, as we discuss boundaries, it's important to check in. Are you bound with the words of God? A house is protected by a gate, so it doesn't allow intruders to gain access to a place of peace, your home. So in life, we need to protect our heart, our mind, our body, and our spirit with boundaries that bound ourselves with the Word of God. God is here for protection to offer reflection. Take this time to reflect on His words and bound yourself with the armor to handle any battle that you encounter. God, I pray that whoever is listening to this podcast or watching today understand that they must build a gate to equip their home with the bound of your words because the words of God will sustain you and will protect you. Boundaries are meant as a protection. As long as you enforce the words of God, you will be protected and redirected in the path that God has set forth for you. I pray that we are all bound with the words of God to protect us from unforeseen circumstances we may face in life. I ask this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Before our outro,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you click the link, buy some merch, run it up, tell a friend to tell
It's
a
the
friend.
holidays.
It's
like
a-
in next month.
It's sweater
when this-
weather.
Yeah.
It's sweater weather.
When this comes out, I mean Christmas. This is a great Christmas gift.
Yeah.
And then you can also put in there like just a little cute little how you doing link so that they can go and watch it in their sweater.
Yeah.
We might do a little cute little thing where we say, hey, tag us, and then we have a little promotion.
Giveaway, yes.
You never know when we're doing giveaways because we did it with our first,
Yeah,
with
we
the
did.
person who first bought.
Yes, we definitely did.
So we have good things coming up. So just please support us. You know, we
appreciate
love what
y'all.
we do, and we just want to keep giving y'all some good content. But I just want to say thank you to our listeners. We want you guys to stay healthy, curious, but most of all, be inspired. And remember, we always look at ask others how they're doing, but don't forget to check in with how
You doing? See you soon. Bye.